By centering this narrative on two women navigating desire, societal expectation, and professional responsibility, the scene creates a layered exploration of LGBTQ relational dynamics, the challenges of expressing and managing attraction, and the cultural scripts that shape women's experiences in both personal and professional spheres. The interplay of Elsa's fervent emotionality and Brandy's measured autonomy illustrates the complexity of queer relationships and the broader societal tensions that women navigate when claiming love, desire, and agency, making the scene deeply resonant for both lesbian viewers and women in general. By centering this narrative on two women navigating desire, societal expectation, and professional responsibility, the scene creates a layered exploration of LGBT. From the outset, Dana and Keisha engage in lighthearted banter about trivial discoveries, socks, lost items, and minor annoyances, which mirrors common patterns in female friendships where humor and casual teasing form a basis for trust and relational comfort. For lesbian viewers, the ease with which these two women navigate closeness, casual touch, and shared vulnerability can resonate as an authentic depiction of female intimacy that transcends platonic boundaries. Even in the absence of explicitly romantic or sexual context, the scene models the effective intensity of female-to-female bonds that often characterize LGBTQ relational networks, where trust, proximity, and mutual support are foundational. The narrative quickly transitions to discussions of romantic and sexual exploration, with Dana advising Keisha on an upcoming date and providing guidance on kissing. This dynamic of mentorship and peer-supported education is particularly significant in LGBTQ culture, where formal instruction about intimacy often excludes queer experiences, leaving chosen families and peer networks as essential sources of knowledge, validation, and emotional guidance. Keisha's nervousness about dating and kissing represents not only typical social anxiety, but also the broader societal pressures women face regarding propriety, sexual performance, and relational readiness. Lesbian viewers may see parallels in their own experiences, where navigating queer desire in heteronormative spaces requires additional layers of preparation, observation, and community-based learning. Dana's pragmatic, supportive approach exemplifies how women teach and empower one another, modeling consent, communication, and skill building in intimate contexts. Her guidance normalizes vulnerability, experimentation, and exploration while maintaining boundaries, reflecting a relational literacy that is central to both queer and general female experiences. The exchange between Dana and Keisha also illuminates how society often polices female closeness and emotional labor. Their interaction, while entirely SFW, demonstrates the natural physical and emotional intimacy that occurs between women, which can be misread or problematized by external observers. This mirrors broader societal discomfort with seeing women express affection, curiosity, or support toward one another, an unease magnified in contexts involving same-sex attraction, where affection may be hypersexualized or stigmatized. Lesbian viewers may find resonance in this, recognizing how authentic, supportive interactions are often scrutinized, leading to self-consciousness or a heightened awareness of societal surveillance. The playful rehearsal of intimacy, demonstrated through Dana teaching Keisha how to kiss, is a microcosm of the broader ways women learn relational and sexual norms from one another. By framing kissing as a skill, a dance, and a mutual negotiation, the scene normalizes exploration and consent while simultaneously offering a model for how queer women might adapt heteronormative scripts to same-sex or queer contexts. The dialogue emphasizes observation, adaptation, and mutual responsiveness, which are crucial components of relational skill building. Lesbian viewers may identify with this approach, as it reflects the strategies used in queer communities to safely and affirmatively navigate intimacy, despite the lack of mainstream instruction or societal endorsement. Additionally, the mentorship dynamic between Dana and Keisha underscores the emotional labor inherent in women's friendships. Dana assumes responsibility for guiding, reassuring, and building confidence, highlighting how women often take on relational mentorship roles, particularly in contexts where social norms have historically excluded or stigmatized non-heteronormative desire. This element resonates with lesbian and queer women, who frequently rely on peer networks for validation, support, and practical guidance in both emotional and sexual arenas. The scene also tackles themes of anxiety, self-consciousness, and societal surveillance. Keisha's nervousness about kissing and dating represents internalized social pressures regarding propriety, attractiveness, and performance, illustrating how women negotiate personal desire under the weight of cultural expectation. Dana's coaching reframes these pressures, emphasizing mutual enjoyment, skill, and relational engagement, rather than fear or judgment. This modeling is significant within LGBTQ contexts, as it parallels the negotiation queer women must engage in when exploring same-sex attraction or relationships in a culture that often marginalizes or fetishizes their experiences. The dialogue further emphasizes the normalization of female exploration and play, demonstrating how SFW intimacy can foster emotional intelligence, relational skills, and self-confidence. The setting, a shared professional environment, also reflects the ways women navigate overlapping spheres of visibility, expectation, and privacy, negotiating personal expression while maintaining professional decorum. For lesbian viewers, this duality resonates with the broader reality of balancing visibility and safety within heteronormative spaces, whether in workplaces, social settings, or public arenas. Additionally, the scene touches on the universality of mentorship and relational guidance among women, regardless of sexual orientation. Women broadly can relate to the mixture of humor, anxiety, instruction, and emotional support depicted, recognizing the ways peer networks facilitate confidence, skill building, and emotional resilience in navigating dating, intimacy, and social interaction. The scene implicitly critiques societal discomfort with women's same-sex closeness and emotional labor. By framing Dana and Keisha's interactions as supportive, playful, and skill-oriented, the film challenges cultural assumptions that female-to-female intimacy is inherently scandalous or morally suspect, instead presenting it as natural, relationally enriching, and instructive. Lesbian viewers may particularly resonate with this approach, seeing parallels to the ways queer communities normalize emotional support, mentorship, and peer-based learning in contexts that mainstream society often marginalizes. The dialogue also emphasizes the importance of safety, consent, and communication, framing intimacy not as something to fear or hide, but as a relational practice that can be navigated with skill and mutual respect. This is central to LGBTQ cultural frameworks, where navigating desire often requires explicit negotiation of boundaries and affirming interpersonal norms. The scene also underscores the playful, improvisational aspects of female friendship, illustrating how humor, teasing, and mutual accountability form a foundation for trust and relational development. Lesbian viewers may find this depiction authentic, as it mirrors how queer women often cultivate supportive, skill-sharing networks that double as emotional safe spaces. Women broadly can relate to this pattern, recognizing the universality of humor, mentorship, and mutual support in navigating relational and social challenges. Moreover, the scene highlights the intersection of vulnerability, agency, and social observation. Keisha's nervousness reflects awareness of societal judgment, personal expectations, and relational risk, while Dana's guidance empowers her to act with confidence, curiosity, and consent. This mirrors the broader cultural reality where women, particularly queer women, must negotiate desire, visibility, and relational dynamics in ways that affirm personal agency while mitigating external pressures. Lesbian viewers can particularly relate to this negotiation, as queer intimacy is frequently scrutinized, misinterpreted, or policed, requiring peer support and affirmation to navigate safely. The SFW portrayal of mentorship, guidance, and relational rehearsal also provides a positive framework for understanding intimacy and emotional development. The scene normalizes curiosity, education, and shared exploration, highlighting how women can empower one another to navigate personal and social challenges with confidence and mutual support. This is especially relevant in LGBTQ contexts, where formal instruction and societal acceptance may be lacking, and where chosen families and peer networks become essential conduits for knowledge, skill building, and emotional resilience. Finally, the scene affirms the universality of female relational experience while foregrounding specific LGBTQ resonances. Lesbian viewers can identify with the layers of mentorship, emotional support, and skill acquisition depicted, seeing parallels to community norms, peer-based guidance, and relational education that are critical for navigating queer intimacy. Women more broadly can relate to the humor, vulnerability, and relational labor involved, recognizing the ways friendship, mentorship, and emotional guidance shape personal development and confidence. By situating these dynamics in a SFW professional and playful context, the scene provides a rich exploration of intimacy, agency, and relational skill that challenges societal discomfort with female-to-female closeness while validating the experiences of both lesbian viewers and women in general. The narrative illustrates how vulnerability, mentorship, and peer-supported learning function as tools for navigating social, romantic, and professional life, emphasizing relational literacy, confidence building, and safe exploration as central components of women's and LGBTQ cultural experience. In conclusion, Scene 3 uses the downtime of nurses Dana and Keisha to foreground mentorship, peer support, and relational skill building, offering meaningful insights into how women, particularly lesbians, navigate intimacy, desire, and social expectation. The playful, instructional, and affirming exchange underscores the universality of friendship, emotional labor, and peer guidance, while highlighting specific resonances for LGBTQ viewers. ultimately presenting a nuanced SFW representation of women's relational complexity, mentorship, and the negotiation of personal and social boundaries.